Welcome back, Geek fans. This is a Shane Reads, and what did Jacob force me to read this week? The Star Wars Skywalker Strikes. Oh yeah, you know, folks. Here's the deal. Jacob gives me a comic book. He says, read this. We have a show. Please read it. It took me like 3 weeks to read this. Well, I read Star Wars Skywalker Strikes. Jacob, tell him about it, and then we're going to review this according to my bizarre, weird medium system.
Okay, so this starts off, it's between episodes 4 and 5. It starts off at this, like the biggest the Empire's biggest weapons manufacturing place. Luke, Han, and Leia, they're trying to bring it down, but then they get interrupted by Darth Vader, and it pretty much just goes off from there. But I really like this comic book. But what did you think about it,
Jacob? I had a really hard time trying to review this comic book, think about this comic book as a self-contained thing. I could not get out of my mind the fact that I've seen Star Wars, that I've seen episode 4, 5, and 6. I couldn't do that. I'm not sure what I would think of this comic book if I didn't know anything about Star Wars and you just gave me this comic book. I think I would, first of all, I'd think a lot more of it because I don't like this comic book. I think I would like it a lot more if I didn't know about Star Wars. But because I know about Star Wars, the entire time while I'm reading it, this is what I'm thinking. Wow, look at all the amazing shit that happened not on the screen. Look at all this crazy stuff. The things they do in this comic book are way more ridiculous than they do in any of the movies. I mean, they have Darth Vader fighting an at one point,
yeah,
right? They have Luke. I mean, everything they do is so wild and crazy. I'm like, why wouldn't this be in the movies? Right? So all I was thinking the whole time is like, wow, so much awesome stuff happened off screen, and it just I could never get into it. I could never get into it.
I agree with you a little bit because I did have that in the back of my mind too. I was like, this is a little bit too big for a comic book.
Right. Why they make it so epic? What they should have done is had a small story.
Yeah.
Like, why wasn't this ever brought up during the movies?
Yeah.
All this crazy shit happened. Why did they? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like to me, it's obvious they shoved this in after the fact. They made it too obvious. They should have gone epic. They should have gone small scale. They should have gone personal.
Yeah, and but there were elements of it that I did like after that storyline when Luke went back to he went back to Tatooine and he has this whole thing going on with Boba Fett chasing him now, and I actually like the second half of this book more than the first half. Even though I still like the first half because I just like seeing Darth Vader being a badass.
Right, but he's being so much more of a badass than he ever was in the movies.
Yeah. He's
literally taking on those, they're called AT-ATs, right? Those giant walkers?
It's pronounced AT-ATs.
Not my mistake. The AT-ATs. He's actually like using the Force to stop him, and he's using his lightsaber to take one down. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that in any movies.
Well,
he throws some rubble around against Luke, like in the second movie. I mean, it's unreal how powerful Darth Vader is. And it really bothers me. And then just the epicness. They blew up the largest, weapons plant. Like, this whole thing is just so huge. I could never get into it, Jacob. I could never get into this.
I honestly, I was a little... Oh, as the comic overall, I was medium. I didn't love this, but I've heard that they... Like, starting with, like, the issue number 9, which was a Obi-Wan story... It gets really good. I heard the series gets really good then, and I heard that the Darth Vader comic is excellent. So I'm definitely going to pick those up when I get the chance. But for this comic, I was medium. I liked it, but it just felt like they were trying to write Star Wars. It felt like they weren't trying to put this story like in the Star Wars universe. It felt like they were like
they wanted to make a movie that they couldn't make because they didn't have the money.
Yeah,
but they had this.
Yeah, they had some writers and some artists.
Right. I'm gonna have to give this a medium minus, Jake.
Okay.
I wasn't too pleased. There were some cool moments. I'm not saying this is horrible horse. There's some cool moments.
We get to see Boba Fett being a badass for once. We get to see him do something for once.
Actually, my favorite part was with Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
I like Jabba the Hutt, talking to like buddy with Darth Vader, right? It's like, oh, we're all cool. Like, so I like to see some of the characters, even though I was kind of annoyed by Darth Vader in some aspects. In other aspects, I still thought it was kind of cool with him taking down an AT-AT by himself. I geeked out a little bit about that a little bit about that. But on the other hand, I also cringed a little bit. So I had this really mixed feelings and overall medium mindedness. Jacob, anything else you want to say about this?
I would pick it up if you were a Star Wars fan, but keep in mind that it does feel a little jarring just because it's this big thing.
It's huge. It's this epic story. It could be a movie. It literally could be a movie. Like, you know.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that the reviews are saying that it got better after this. So I'm gonna pick up some more stuff, but that won't be for a while. But you can definitely stick around for that, and you can stick around for the next comic.
What's the next comic, Jacob?
We're going back to DC now with Justice League Volume 2, The Villain's Journey.
Ooh. So stay tuned, folks, for Justice League Volume 2, The Villain's Journey. And this has been Geeks at the Movies.